because she erased everything off the computer.
It says it's live.
Yeah. What is that? Why does it say that? Oh, that says live. Huh.
And then what do? Send this to you?
No, I might be able to. Yeah, because I think you have to give me permission to join. There's a link. Last time it just automatically showed me the link. No, that's not it. It's a special link to invite me. Last time it automatically brought the link. No, the create event. Links.
What does it say?
Oh. Okay. I don't know if that's a link to invite me or not. Okay, send that to me on Facebook.
I did.
Okay. I don't think that's it though.
I'll invite people. Here it comes. Now you should have it. I hear it on your. Did you get it? Huh? I sent the thing. It said invite people, and I sent it to you. Okay. Okay, invite people. Okay, try this. No. Okay. Now I see you. You see me?
I can see you in the little corner, but not on
You got to click on it.
Click on you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now we're live.
Or you got to shut your door, I think.
Is that better?
Hello?
I hear the cake beeping. You have a cake cooking.
Yeah.
What kind of cake are you cooking? Your head's cut off. You need to lower your camera a bit.
Is that better?
Yeah. Somebody needs to check on that cake.
Lizzie! Where's our tech at?
You're gonna have to help her because they gotta hold the oven door open.
Is it done?
It's been beeping. I gotta check on it. You talk, and I'll go check on it. Because if you talk, then your face shows. So like constantly talk.
I'm gonna constantly talk.
Okay.
Well, this is a very nice land. No, here we are. This is the kind of the official first Sideshow P Paula Let's Get Real Google Hangout broadcast. We're excited to be here and do this. And this show is just going to be a little bit about everything. Current affairs, music, conspiracy facts, maybe some conspiracy theories, even though I don't really like that term. But we'll be interviewing people soon from all around the world. Keep in touch with us, and who knows, maybe we'll interview you. Or you get to interview us, who knows. But this is going to be fun, it's going to be knowledgeable, and I'm sure I will learn more than I can even probably talk about.
So this is Let's Get Real, episode 1, season 1. If we're gonna have seasons. And we're gonna do this every Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
At 8:30. Every Sunday, 8:30 to 9:30. And
or maybe a little longer. Who knows?
If it goes good, we'll go 8:30 to 10:30. 10:30. We're gonna do an hour the first time, right?
Yeah. Hey, you know.
So if you like this show, you can hit subscribe, and in the right-hand corner on your YouTube channel, there's the little bell, and that you can get notifications, and you'll get an email reminder that we're going live. So subscribe to our channel, Let's Get Real, with P Paula and Sideshow. And
Let's
then
get real.
Sign up for the notifications. Hey, I got my Freedom in the Forest cup. Did you have a Freedom in the Forest cup too? That's the that's year 2 or year 3. Year 2.
Tres.
Year 3. Yeah.
This part waking up is Freedom Forest on your cup.
This one's year 4.
Number 4.
We have to have coffee cups again.
The coffee cups are awesome. I love it.
Right?
I love it. I want to make year 1 and 2 just for ourselves.
That'd be fun. So today we're going to talk about.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
I don't know. I've been kind of out of the loop the last week. Trying
Right?
not to get caught up in all this goddamn nuclear holocaust
Well, there
shit.
sure has been a lot going on in the media and the news. We are bombing Syria, and
Supposedly.
right?
And I question it all, you know, like, but where does our credentials, our facts come from?
TV.
TV.
Right, and we don't see any pictures of the blown up stuff. We just see the.
You know, I mean, like our friend over in Iraq, you know, they make it look like America's on fire and distress over Donald Trump.
Right, and he asked you if we're in a civil war.
Right. So
they're getting. We have a friend over in Iraq, and we met him through Facebook because he's a metal musician and Sideshow's a metal musician, and he liked American Sideshow, Sideshow's band, and I saw he was from Iraq. I'm like, how cool! Somebody likes American Sideshow from Iraq, and so we started talking to him, and I found out he plays musical instruments, and so him and Justin started collaborating online and talking about music online. But he's a metal musician. Anyway, we talk to him every once in a while. Justin talks to him a lot more. Sideshow talks to him a lot more. But he said, he asked us, are you guys having a civil war? And we're like, no. Well, on their TV, they have press TV, I believe. I think is where they get most of their media, press TV. They might have an Arabic form of like CNN as well, something like that. But anyway, they're being told that we're in the middle of a civil war, which, I mean, kind of we are, not like got our guns out and we're going to battle, but there is definitely
a Facebook civil war.
There's definitely some division. At least the media says there's division. I mean, they have these events where like they probably even staged the pro-Trump event, like, let's have a pro-Trump event. And then they send those little provocateurs in with the black, they wear black, all black tennis shoes, black jeans, black sweatshirt with a hoodie over their, like all tied up to here, and then a mask or ski mask that covers their whole entire face. You can't tell their identity. All of them are hidden. They all hide their face. And then they go in and cause a huge ruckus. They are like throwing bottles and making homemade bomb style stuff and hurting people, pounding on people, kicking them. Like, it's violent. It's very violent. That Berkeley situation was so violent. There was blood everywhere. People were getting hurt. And the police were standing down, supposedly. They were told to stand down. And why they pick on these poor college kids. Mama and daddy spending 40 grand a year to go to Berkeley, honey. And then these kids are going there and being brainwashed to cause violence, or I don't know. Maybe they just use the college as a stomping ground. It's not really college kids. But if they have a college event, I would imagine college kids are going to be there. But they might.
Yeah, it's a big fucking mess. It's we got to question everything, because I mean, just that little thing just from our friend Fahad from Iraq, I mean, just that little thing that he said, you know, are you guys in a civil war? I mean, he like truly believed that.
Right.
And that's, you know, and that,
Well,
I guess that's what kind of sparked this conversation, was that are we even really bombing Syria? Is North Korea? How long have we heard our whole goddamn fucking lives that North fucking Korea is gonna blow us all to shit? I mean, this has been the talk. I mean, how can we demonize North Korea so much? Maybe because they're not part of the Rothschilds banking system? Rockefeller, Rothschilds, whatever.
Rothschild.
Same shit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, right?
The Rothschilds were in the banking business. They always were in the banking business.
Well, it's crazy because, you know, I started seeing the pattern of like, we really do fuck with people who are in that conditioning. I mean, I don't really believe in coincidences, like when it comes to shit like this. But you know what? On a positive note, this is one sexy ass vinyl cover, Chicago. It's so nice, and it's a great record. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at this, 1973. Look at this artwork. I hope to be able to do something like that this one day. That's it. And then look at this choo-choo. Oh, look at the little kid on the side. See the choo-choo train.
You gotta hold it still. A little higher.
See it?
Yeah. Higher. That's cool.
Yeah. This is something I want to accomplish one day. So, I want to get to the East Coast this year. I want to go over there with a vinyl. Because, yeah, what I played with the band around this time last year. The Rats of New York. And they were rolling around some of their little 45s for $5, man. It was cool. Sounds great.
This Friday, American Sideshow has a gig for the first time this year.
In a long time. New music, new lineup. I'm excited.
Yeah. Our stomping grounds.
We're either going to really suck or we're going to kick some ass. And I'm going with kick some ass. There ain't going to be no in the middle shit.
I'm not sure if I'm going to watch you guys practice or if I just want to be surprised at the show. I've been hearing you practice, but you know, it's different when you're like in the room hearing it. I just hear it from outside.
Just wait for the show.
Yeah. And then DJ Patriot is making his debut show.
That's going to be interesting.
And Evil Awesome. I've never seen Evil Awesome.
Me either. I'm pretty stoked. Just Insane Native.
Just Insane Native will be there.
We came a long way.
And it'll be at our stomping grounds, Johnny B's.
Yep.
Downtown Medford. Be there, be square.
It's going to be a pretty nice evening.
Yeah, it'll be a fun show. We always bring a nice crowd. We always pack that place when we have a show there. Every show that you put on there,
It's always been pretty damn good.
Yeah, I always see more people at our shows than I've seen at any other show.
Yeah.
At Johnny B's.
Yeah.
I
There's another band that wants to play Road to Freedom in the Forest, so I'm stoked for that. July 14th and 15th. We'll be breaking in. I'm excited to have a venue that we can basically ours.
For the Road to Freedom in the Forest.
Yes. That's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking
It's
forward to
gonna
it.
it's gonna really be a nice it's gonna be a nice building thing, you know, as far as volunteers and security and stuff. It'll be a lot of fun.
Right.
Get to meet some people and and so because we're so goddamn busy at the festival, and it's hard to
It's hard to mingle and get
we're
to people.
yeah, it's hard to mingle. We're running around, we're a little stressed out. There's a million things going on, and I hate representing myself to strangers that way, because it comes across as I'm a dickhead. I don't want to talk, and it's like, just ain't got time to chat. This will be a good time.
Keep talking. I have to go check on that cake.
Well, P Paula's got a cake to check on, and oh, she's in her new studio room. That's right. Season 1. Well, smoke the marijuana. That's something that's going to happen on the show quite a bit. Marijuana's good for you. Been smoking marijuana since I was 16 years old. A little over 20 years now. And anyway, current events. So let's see. This is Let's Get Real with Sideshow and P Paula. We will be getting into interviews and more music type things. Would even love to have some bands play on here live. Sure, we'll figure something out for Freedom in the Forest. Should be a lot of fun. I think P Paula's coming back. Oh, there she is.
I pulled the cake out of the oven. It has to cool though.
Hey, just keep it cool.
Keep it cool.
So, what is that behind you?
This is, can you see it?
About yeah, go up, yeah. Oh, there we go. Flat Earth. That's cool. Where did you score that?
We, well, at our other house, we used to go to that open mic at the Phoenix Clubhouse because it was walking distance. We haven't been in a while, but the sound guy there, what's his name? That older guy?
I think Joel?
Joel, with the long gray hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joel, his son is a flat earther, and he painted this. And he actually made a painting, and then he had prints made of his painting. And he numbered the prints. It's got a number on it, like it has a little tag with a number. And
Nice.
it's a nice print. I need to get it framed, but it's nice. It's on really nice paper. Andrea, who owns the Phoenix Clubhouse, we're friends on Facebook, so she knew I was into flat earth. And Joel said something to Andrea about his son who does the painting. I forget his name. I got it. Probably says on the tag, but
Didn't
anyway.
get mentioned on Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes?
Well, yeah, he. I think his son has showed him things, and maybe Joel listens to it, but he doesn't like, talk about it too much. I don't think, because he's like, oh, my son's really into that, is what he told me, and then he said,
No, he believes in Flat Earth.
Andrea had a Flat Earth picture hanging in that back room, and I fell in love with it, and I wanted it. And so the next time we went there, he brought me one. That's what happened.
Cool.
When we, you know how Andrea has that back room?
The weed room.
Yeah, the weed room. We went back there.
Weed went back there.
Weed went back there. And I was chilling back there talking to Andrea, and she had the Flat
Yeah, I
Earth.
remember. We went back there and took dabs.
Yeah. And I fell in love with it, and I told her, I don't know if that's when I told her I was a flat earther, or she saw my Facebook post or something. But anyway, the next time I came to the Phoenix Clubhouse, he had that there for me. His son let me have one as a gift. I think he was just stoked that there was another flat earther in Oregon. And that was the night, for some reason, Andrea called our open mic night Flat Earth Cafe. It was like the description on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube video. It says Flat Earth Cafe for the Phoenix Clubhouse.
Since we basically, we're Grange event coordinators now. You can have a conference
at the Grange.
and then we can have an after party here.
Right?
Be a lot of fun.
Be cool. I mean, we could do some guest speaking or talk about it, but we could show a video. Like we could show Mark Sargent's Flat Earth Clues or something.
Yeah, a good idea would be just to kind of open up the evening with a little introduction, make it.
I mean, I could make a presentation. It would
Maybe
take
a little bit of music, everybody, a little introduction, and then show a couple cool, short to the point videos, and then just have some discussion, and maybe somebody that's a little bit more knowledgeable, some Q&A. And then, and then we could charge everyone like it's $10 to go. And then that could come with like a spaghetti dinner or something.
That would be cool.
And then we'll have an after party here.
That would be fun.
We could have the event from like, 6 to 5 to 8 there,
Right.
and then come back here and have an after party from like 9:30, 10 o'clock to whenever.
That'd be fun. Wish you could camp at the iPark. That'd be cool to set up tents there.
They can't though.
No.
It would be cool. But we come back here and have camping.
Right.
I'll set up a nice bonfire.
That'd be cool. Yeah, spaghetti dinner would be fun.
Yeah.
I could order a cake from Costco and have the flat earth on it.
And then I'll make some homemade spaghetti.
Yeah. They have a kitchen there. We'll just cook there.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fun. I'm excited to use the Grange. I want to go check it out now that we're members.
Right. And it can be like, for something like that, it would be like $30 to rent out one of the big rooms.
Nice.
It's not always, 75 or 100.
Right. Maybe you could start a weekly thing where people come together and just chat. Call it Flat Earth Chat. I like doing the Google Hangouts. Who should we invite for our next Sunday broadcast?
Either David, Fahad. And then we need to start scheduling this out because I want to do this for Freedom in the Forest fans.
That'd be cool.
Travis would be fun to interview.
Yeah.
No
David.
pants in Crescent City.
We could have Josh on here too. That'd be cool. Josh Brommer.
Oh shit. That would be fun.
Huh.
Hey, we're gonna be hanging out with that guy next weekend. It's really fun.
What's that?
So we'll be hanging out with him next weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see Evil Awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna have an after party.
It's all about the after party. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun night.
Then come right back here, plug my computer in and the turntables and get jiggy with it. I'll have a bottle and a case of beer. It'll be good. And smoke the ganja.
Oh,
Man, I need some more coffee.
me too.
That was delicious.
It was. I'm afraid if I drink another cup, though, I won't be able to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Be wide awake all night. It was good, though, huh?
Oh, that's pretty good. I think I could handle another one. So, that shit crazy,
we need to be talking. We gotta liven this podcast up a bit.
Yeah, I'm tired and stoned. But, I need to get some, brain force.
Some what? Brain force? I want to start taking this vitamin and mineral supplement called Longevity. It gives you all your daily vitamins and minerals that you need in a liquid form so that your body absorbs it quicker instead of in pills. And everybody that's taken this, after a month or two of taking it, all their ailments are going away. It's healing their bodies from different like arthritis and achy joints, and people about to have back surgery and they do this instead to see if it helps. This guy that has this podcast in the morning on TFR, he sells it. So he talks about it a lot, but he's an expert on nutrition, and he's not a doctor. He just has researched a lot about nutrition. And he's saying, most of our ailments come from being malnourished. Like, when your joints go bad and you need a hip replacement or whatever, it's from being malnourished. Because your body needs certain nutrients to replenish the cartilage in between your bones. And what you looking at?
Oh, I was gonna pull up. There was some Paris attack. Did you hear anything about that?
Bears attack? Oh, Paris attack? Yeah, I heard briefly Paris had another terrorist attack. They're having their presidential election.
Supposedly it was ISIS. I know, and this Le Pen lady.
This Le Pen lady is kind of like a Donald Trump. She is anti-establishment, supposedly.
I guess there was some shooting.
And weren't there elections yesterday, right? That happened on election day?
Their shooting overshadows election campaign.
Mm-hmm.
That's from CNN.
Supposedly, people were coming out in droves to vote in this election there. You know,
What's that?
Their election, people were coming out in droves to vote. People that normally don't, you know, like they were having an overwhelming response to people voting. Kind of like what happened with Trump. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening. What is going on?
What is going on?
Oh boy.
Are you looking for something to talk about?
No, I'm just. I don't know. This shit's just getting wild, Paula. P Paula.
It's only wild if you look at the TV.
No, well, that's the thing I mean by it's wild. Everybody's getting wrapped up into this shit, you know, and like now everyone. I don't know. It's like, what the fuck? We're back in the goddamn 80s again. Where the Ruskies are the fucking enemies and North Korea's gonna blow up the goddamn world and Team America, fuck yeah, coming to save the motherfucking day. Like, what the hell? Like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, that, like, you know, how trends repeat themselves, the clothing and kind of music styles and hairdos and all that stupid shit. I feel they kind of do that with us with world current affairs. Like, does that make sense what I'm saying?
Well, you know what I noticed lately is there's always these hyped up tragic events, and one always outshadows the previous one. And so people forget that the previous one even happened. They don't talk about it anymore. As soon as the new event comes on the scene, that's all they talk about. And then it gets old, right? And so then they create a new event. And as soon as that new event comes about, that's all they talk about. And then you forget about everything else that's happened. Like
everything people forget so quick.
Yes. And people don't even think about like, oh, what happened? Like, I don't even know. They don't even need to have a conclusion or a solution or a final chapter in the previous event because people forget about it. And like, I always think, I'm like, what happened to that guy? Did he ever go to jail or get executed? Or, you know, like, I always think about those things. They don't talk about that stuff. Like the Boston bombing. Do you ever hear about what happened to that kid that got convicted? Is he just sitting in jail? You know, a lot like real events they would make TV movies out of them and interview the person. And back, you know, when there's a real event, that person is popular, even though they're bad. You know, they make a movie about them, or everybody wants to get an interview with them and know, why did you do it and who are you? But we don't ever get to know that information. It just gets brushed under the rug with the next event. And every time something new happens, we forget about the other event. And who knows it, they can do fabricated events that way. That's how I know it's so fabricated, because they have to keep conjuring up another fabricated event to cover up the focus on the other one. It's like when you tell a lie and you have to build on the lie and build on the lie and build on the lie and build on the lie. You have to keep lying to keep the lie going. It's the same way with these fabricated events. They have to have a new fabricated event, so we'll forget about the other one and we won't do any investigation or find out what really happened or want a conclusion, or, you know, I don't know. It just seems that it always just gets brushed under the rug. We're waiting for the next exciting thing to happen on the news. Turn on CNN so we can see what's happening. You know? It's just crazy. And it's just so negative. Everything's so negative. They're instilling fear and negativity so much into our lives with media. It's definitely the divide and conquer is starting to work, which really scares me. Because not only the fake, like these Trump events and all that, I mean, you know, that gets hyped up on the media a lot. It did look bad.
That's another thing, you know,
the media always.
Where did all this passion for truth and politics and all this shit come from all of a sudden from Donald fucking Trump?
What bothers me is I see my own friends and family being divided over this. I see it. Like people have unfriended me because I was going to vote for Donald Trump. I've seen my aunt, who's a devout Catholic, want to vote for Donald Trump because she doesn't believe in abortion. But her son is, you know, a Democrat and doesn't like Trump. And I'm sure there was some division there. And there's what is that?
What the fuck?
What?
Kitty cat.
Is the cat in the room with you? No. I think she's at my door. Anyway, that's what scares me, is I see real division happening amongst friends and family. And that's not good. We have to be united more than ever during these times. The New World Order is about to make a huge move. They're going to do some drastic stuff. They want to bring in the currency reset. They want it, and they see people turning away from them with the Brexit and, you know, people wanting people like Donald Trump in office and Le Pen. They can see the people wanting to change. And obviously they see us wanting to change because they watch us on Facebook and YouTube and whatever. But they're getting scared. They're ready to do a big event so that they don't lose the battle. Because once people start waking up, the 99% is a lot of people. I mean, you see.
Yeah, see, that's where they have to keep us all twisted and hating shit and bloody, bloody, bloody.
Well, that's why they like all these distractions. They love video games and TV and cable, and it keeps us all distracted. We're sitting.
Yeah, they don't want us getting to know each other. They don't want us talking. They don't want us, let's get real. They don't, you know, like, it scares them, like Standing Rock. Like, that actually redeemed my faith in people a little bit, because people came together and like made a kitchen and storage and shelter and fires and
That's why it had to be shut down immediately.
yes. And I mean, it was more, I mean, it came more than a protest over an oil pipeline. Like, it was humanity connecting. I mean, people that had different views in life, different, you know, poor people, rich people in the middle. Everyone had just, it was a nice vibe there. It was just common respect.
Right. I guarantee, well, for one thing, Donald Trump is friends with people like that, Kelsey Warren. Those are his buddies. Those oil pipeline guys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those are the type of people he likes to hang out with.
That's when I knew there was something truly wrong with Donald Trump.
Mm.
Even though I really wanted to give him a chance. But
And
when he had to go out of his way to sign a fucking executive order over this shit, I'm like, holy shit! Like, that ain't like an executive order. That's a pretty big deal.
I guarantee that
And
wasn't.
then the way he responded when the reporter asked him, "Is there anything you want to say to everyone out there?" And he goes, "Like, I could care fucking less." You just seen it in his mannerisms. Like, it was like, wow, you're a scumbag asshole. Yeah,
He doesn't care about the little people. He doesn't care about. He lives in high society. He's lived in high society his whole life. His father was a millionaire. He's always been in high society. And
but his trickery was, which I don't know, is any politician does it. But I mean, he really tried to say like he wasn't gonna say this, and then turn around and do the other, and fucking.
you know why? He didn't want to investigate it because he has a heart and he probably wanted to turn his cheek, because if he would have looked into it a little deeper, it would have affected him emotionally. So he turned his heart away from that because
They signed an executive order.
well, he was encouraged to do that, Justin. That wasn't all his idea. You know, he got barking.
No, and I don't mean to put. I mean, he's just the goddamn cheerleader for everything, you know. And that's why I hate even saying Donald Trump, because I mean, like, the president's almost a distraction of reality. You know, it's so we're all hating on this fucking person. Really, it's the Rockefellers, it's the Rothschilds, it's the Henry Kissinger, George Soros. It's all these assholes that, don't get brought up. But everyone will say, I love Donald Trump or fuck Donald Trump, or same thing with Obama and the Bushes and yada, yada, yada. Instead of getting to the real fucking source of the problem.
Donald Trump is, when you're the president, it's like being the CEO of a company.
Yes.
And
you're the manager.
You're the manager. You're the main manager, but that job you can be fired from.
Yes.
You're just the organizer, the manager. You're not the owner.
You're never going to get to the franchise owner.
You're not the owner. You're definitely just the manager.
When we want to bitch about our cheeseburger, that's about as far as it'll go with bitching. Yeah. And that's how they have us all set up. It's the same thing when you're not happy with your goddamn cheeseburger. What happens when you're not happy with your cheeseburger at a restaurant? You complain to the cashier, and the cashier goes and gets the manager, the assistant manager. And if that's not good enough, then you talk to the manager. And all that really happens is you get your $5 back or a new cheeseburger. right?
Right.
But do you ever really get to talk to the franchise owner about why this happened and how it can improve? No, you will never get much further past the manager who could care fucking less. And that's kind of how our country's ran. You know, we have these little false hopes of mayors and governors and senators, and we write them letters and we make phone calls, you know, and even the president, and, you know, the Supreme Court, but do we ever really get past that? That's some poltergeist shit.
It sounds trippy. No, I think if we want to make changes, we just got to make changes locally in our own community. The big shit doesn't matter. We can't make changes with the big shit.
Not really.
The president's going to go on signing his executive orders, and Congress is going to go on passing laws that we hate. They're going to keep robbing us of our tax money and using it for frivolous things.
Hey, at least we can smoke fucking weed without going to jail.
Right? I love living in Oregon.
It's
the best
pretty
place.
cool.
Yeah, it's the best place I've ever lived.
It always gets my O face.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Talking goes by kind of quick when you get on something.
Right?
Season 1, episode 1. We only got about 15 minutes left.
So next week, we're going to invite our friend from Iraq. His name is Fahad. And he was a translator for the U.S. and NATO Special Forces when we invaded Iraq. Probably towards the end of the war, he did that because he's young. He's like in his early 20s. And but he speaks very good English. I've chatted with him before, and sometimes he speaks better English than I do with his typing. Like, because I do my little slang or whatever, you know. But,
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're going to interview him. We'll have some other interviews. We're going to smoke marijuana. And we'll be doing a review of the American Sideshow comeback show and
oh, yes.
Patriot debut show.
Uh-huh.
And a review of first time seeing Evil Awesome. And a review on our brother in music, Justin St. Native.
We could do a live podcast from Johnny B's.
Maybe we should.
Let's set up an event. We'll invite everybody. Johnny B's next
Or we could
Friday.
just do a Facebook Live.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do both.
Could do both.
I could bring the laptop and
We could interview Justin
we could.
and Joshua.
We could do Facebook Live from our phones, or phone, and then bring a laptop for the YouTube. We can share it. That'll be fun. And then, yeah, we could record interviews at the after party with Evil Awesome, and I don't know if Justin will come to the after party. Probably not.
Oh, I doubt it. But we'll get something with him at the club. But yeah, we'll figure out something. If anything, we'll get some interviews and we can post them.
Anyway, we'll do episode 2 next Sunday at 8:30, and we'll interview Fahad. He's 11 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, it should be pretty good timing. We'll get a hold of him and set it up.
It'll be 6:30 in the morning there. Is that right? Yeah.
No.
7:30. So he'll just be waking up. Tell him to set his alarm.
And you know what's on tonight is Columbo and Kojak.
Oh, nice. When does that start?
Probably now.
Now.
I'm excited.
Are you gonna have some pineapple upside down cake?
Is my name motherfucking Sideshow coming to? Yes, I'm gonna be indulging into some under the sea cake.
The what?
Under the sea cake.
Ooh.
Flat Earth.
Oh, you know, it's funny. Not funny. It's kind of weird. There's this Bible literalist. His name is Rob Skiba, and a Bible literalist means you believe everything the Bible says, like everything literally, like no changing anything. It literally is what it is.
That's fucking retarded.
And so he got turned on to flat Earth right around the same time I did, and he was questioning it. And I saw interviews with him, and because he started rereading the Bible when flat Earth came about in his daily whatever, and he was started questioning the flat Earth because after rereading the Bible, he said, "Oh my God, the Bible does describe a flat Earth. Like it doesn't describe a globe at all. It doesn't describe spinning. The Bible doesn't mention planets ever. It talks about the stars, and the planets are not planets, they're wandering stars." And there's one of Adam's descendants. You can trace Adam's genealogy. And one of Adam's great grandsons is a man named Enoch. And Enoch wrote a section of the Bible that was part of the Bible for the longest time. And that was one of the books that got eliminated from the Bible when they did the canonization, which was a time period about 1,000 years ago, that they removed some books from the Bible. The Vatican did, the Catholic Church did. And it's always been that way. After they removed those books from the Bible, that we got stuck with what we got stuck with. And the book of Enoch was removed, but it was in there since he's the 8th great grandson of Adam, so 8th generation from Adam. So he, was one of the first people that wrote in the book and wrote a book. And he describes the flat Earth a lot. There's a lot of verses in there that describe the flat Earth. And but that was one of the books they removed. So it's kind of trippy. But anyway, people that consider themselves Bible scholars are starting to reread the Bible and go, oh my God, we were reading it wrong, because our conditioning of a globe, we were reading it in there and we like forced the globe model into the Bible, but it wasn't even saying that. And so the part that talks about, you know, the four corners of the earth and it's on pillars and all that, people just overlook that. They wouldn't take it into consideration what they were talking about. It was just something that was overlooked because of the globe model. And so that's the part like where you could think that maybe the Bible's fantasy, because you're laughing and shaking your head at four corners and
I think what a lot of people, when they hear flat earth, they have a hard time understanding it, because I think they think it's like a fucking pizza box or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what
and
it
they
is.
don't understand that, you know, there's the possibility of a ring of ice keeping it in, and it is circular.
Well,
but,
you know what it is.
and this is what Double A tripped out on, but then it sparked in his head, and I was like, well, think out if it was like kind of like a root, like pulling a radish or a beet out of the ground. You know what I mean? And you were just to cut the top, you know, the leafy greeny stuff at the top, and you pull that out, and then it's flat. But then, you know, there's a little.
I think what people can't grasp is they still want to think we're a planet floating through space, but flat. And so that doesn't make sense to them if they're spinning and constantly floating through space.
Well, yeah, you'll never get flat Earth if you're like stuck
It doesn't make sense to people.
If you're into Star Wars and Star Trek and take that shit serious.
Right. You have to totally drop the concept that we're a planet and part of a planetary system circling around the sun and floating through space. You have to get that out of your mind. And you have to think of the creator making a terrarium is the way I look at it, making a pretty place for the little humans to live in a giant terrarium with a glass dome, or, you know, because you put a lid on a snake cage, you put a glass dome over the terrarium, and the terrarium in the glass dome, it has everything we need. This, and the stars and the sun and the moon are like a giant clock that goes around the flat terrarium. And that's what keeps our time and our seasons and all that is the stuff in the dome, the luminaries and the stars and the sun and the moon is a giant clock over our head. And it keeps all our seasons. And Polaris never moves. The North Star is fixated. It hasn't moved ever. And the stars never move. I mean, they circle, but they stay. The Big Dipper stays the Big Dipper and goes like this. Orion's belt stays Orion's belt and goes like this. If we were floating through space and spinning like this, Orion's belt would be floating somewhere else. It would change formation. We wouldn't see it anymore. It would be out of, like, if we were spinning and expanding, and nothing would stay the same. Orion's belt has stayed the same forever. Our ancient ancestors.
Well, this is Let's Get Real, season 1, episode 1.
Are we going now?
A little bit of everything. I'm gonna get going. I'm ready for some pineapple delicious shit in my belly. And I'm ready for
P Paula and Sideshow signing off.
Signing off. It was great. And maybe the earth is flat, maybe it's not. War sucks. Music is awesome. We'll have some guests. We'll be doing a lot of freedom in the forest type things, conversations, and more current affairs, and hopefully North Korea doesn't nuke us all. And there's weird cat poltergeist noises, so I'm out of here. It's freaking me out.
Bye, everybody.